Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be upon you all. Dear viewers, thank you for coming back to the Arabic Quran YouTube channel. And in this particular episode, I will be discussing the functions of ayan. In a previous episode, I did contrast the noun ayan with the noun mata. So I will put the link to that particular episode in the description. But in this particular episode, I'm going to delve a little deeper into ayan. It will be a brief video, but I will explain the details here of how ayan works in three different capacities. So we are talking about ayan, which is a noun. Okay, that is a noun in the Arabic language, and it does have three functions: ثلاث وظائف, as I've listed there, and it is comprised of two components. أصله أي plus an. So its asl, its origin is ayu, which means which or any, and an, which is a noun that comes from, it's ismun manqus here. It's a noun with the two tanweens there, but that tanween does not mean it's majroor, just so those of you who have studied Arabic know that. Okay. It is a noun that comes from the verb ana ya'ni. It comes from a naqis verb, which is ana ya'ni, and it's related to time, when time occurs. Okay, so that's what the noun ayan is made of. It is a murakkab. It is a compound noun. Okay, so that is the nature of ayan. Let's go into the first function, which is it's functioning as an interrogative noun, ismu istifham. Okay, what we call ismu istifham in Arabic. And you can see the sentence there, ayyana ta'udu ya akhi. I'm asking, when will you return, my brother, right? And in the other episode where I'm talking about ayyan versus mata, there is a difference. If I said mata ta'udu ya akhi, it's just I'm simply asking, when are you going to return, my brother? But when I say ayyana ta'udu ya akhi, I'm actually depending on the context, I'm either doubting that he's going to come back, I'm not really believing he's going to come back, or I'm challenging the fact that he's, let's say he says he's going to come back, but I'm challenging that fact, right? So, ayyana ta'udu ya akhi carries that nuanced meaning, okay? So that's ayyan. It also, you can see there, I furnished an ayah from al-Quraan al-Kareem, which I did in the previous episode, where the disbelievers are, questioning the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam about the Day of Judgment. They're not saying mata, they're saying ayyan, because they're disbelieving, doubting, and challenging. All three, I would say, in that context: doubting, challenging, and disbelieving the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he's talking about the Day of Judgment. So they say yas'aluna, they are inquiring, but they're not really inquiring يعني للمعرفة ولكن كالتحدي, as a challenge. يسألون أيان يوم الدين, when is this Day of Judgment that you're talking about, this day of recompense? Okay, so that is one function of ayyan, which is ismu istifham. Let's go to the second function. The second function is as ismu shart. And then I wrote there yajzimu fi'alain mudari'ain. So there's two realities there, right? So let me just put one, and then there's two. So I'm going to talk about one here first. Ismu shart means it's a noun of condition, okay? Which basically means, you can say it formulaically. If you're a programmer, you know what I'm talking about. But basically, it's an if-then statement. If A occurs, then, right, the al-mubarmijun, or the programmers, are familiar with this, then B occurs. Okay? That's basically how ismu shart works. If A occurs, then B will also occur. The second thing is that the function of it is yajzimu fi'alain mudari'ain. Two verbs. It will take two verbs here. Let me put that here. Two verbs. And both of them are present. Okay? And it makes it, what we say in English is jussive. Okay? they were nominative. They were in the nominative mood, but they became jussive. In Arabic, we say they were marfu', but the noun, the ism al-shart, made them majzoom. Okay? يجزم فعلين مضارعين. And let's look at that. In fact, let me just use a different color here. Let me use pink, maybe. Okay. And I'll just highlight this here and here. Okay. Hopefully you can see that. So the statement is أيان تجتهد تنجح. When you work hard, when you work diligently, when you work assiduously, you will succeed. That's what the sentence is saying. So the A, let me go back to white here. The A is this. This is the A, okay? And this is the B, which means if there's ijtihad, then there's najah on your part, okay? And if there isn't, if A doesn't exist, if you don't work hard, إذا كنت يعني كسولا لن تنجح. You will not succeed if you are lazy, right? The opposite. So if A occurs, then B occurs. Simple as that. اسم شرط يجزم فعلين مضارعين. All right? Let's go to the last function. The last function, now, I got to say something about this. It's called ism istifham, but it's actually functioning as a ظرف الزمان, a circumstantial noun of time. Let me write that in English. By the way, I don't like the term adverb. They use adverb. Some people, when they're teaching Arabic, they use the term adverb. I don't like that because an adverb is actually describing the verb. But here, I call it circumstantial noun of time. Okay? And by the way, there's two names for it. Okay? There's ظرف الزمان. Some Arabic scholars will call it ظرف الزمان, and others will call it مفعول فيه. Same thing. Okay, it's just calling two things. It's calling something with two different names, but it's the same thing. Okay, all right. And so what happens is that it's talking about an action when an action is taking place in a particular time frame, right? Because if you're just talking about a particular time frame with nothing happening in it, then it's not really a dharf, right? So here you'll see in the verse that there's an action that is being referred to, and it's a non-action actually, and I will talk about that. But ayan you can translate as just when, to be very simple, okay? So let's just go over the ayah here. And I did furnish this ayah in the episode where I was discussing the difference between mata and ayan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala outlines a reality for us. He says, قُل, say, لا يعلم من في السماوات والأرض. No one in the heavens and the earth, no one knows al-ghayb, the unseen. No one in the heavens and the earth knows the unseen illallah, except God, except Allah, except the creator of the heavens and the earth. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ أَيَّانَ يُبْعَثُونَ. And they will not perceive when they are resurrected. Okay? Because resurrection, guess what? The knowledge of the resurrection, the details of the resurrection, all of the stuff that's related to resurrection ultimately is what? It's al-ghayb. It is al-ghayb. And they will not perceive it. None of us will. All right? Okay, so those are the three functions. I hope you really benefited from this. If you did, please subscribe, like, set the notifications on, and share this with your community members, acquaintances, family, and friends. For now, this is Abu Rashid saying, peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.